Alright, baby. Let's ride. Well, I finally got around to installing that external radiator bracket that I made the other day. You'll recall that I had problems with my Z250sl radiator. The mounting bracket had broken off, not only on one side but on the other side as well. So in addition to that, to the problems with the radiator fan, I had to deal with the mounting problem of my Z250sl radiator. I had partially dealt with the problem by using cable ties to help the radiator hoses maintain the position of the radiator. So partially, I suppose, I've solved the problem, but still I reckon an external bracket is needed. So I went ahead and made one, you will recall, and managed to make one, not make a mess of it. Yeah, so in a previous video I talked about that and showed the finished bracket, and it looks good, at least in my opinion. It looks good. I painted it flat black, and I can just imagine how it would look on my bike's radiator, how it would look if I had mounted it, if I had installed it on my Z250sl. So here you have a picture of my bike's radiator. You can see the bracket, the mounting bracket of the radiator is broken off on this side, not only on the other side. Of course, you can't see it clearly if it's broken or not, but you can see there's the mounting bracket just above the radiator, and it's broken off. I have to fix that somehow. I talked about the options that I had, at least as I saw it. I could buy a new radiator and replace its old one. The new radiator will have its bracket intact, of course. That's an expensive way to go. I mean, the old radiator is still quite good, so why replace it? Just think up a way of fixing the problem. The other option is of course welding the bracket, having it fixed and all that, but that would entail removing the radiator altogether, and I take it to the shop to be welded. And the last option is of course to make an external bracket. So here you have the mounting bracket of my bike's radiator. It's broken off, and looking at it closely, looking at the radiator closely, I don't think welding it would be the way to go after all. There's a large chunk of it missing. The radiator would not fit with the bracket, so the shop's gonna have to, I suppose, cut off a piece of aluminum. I think it's aluminum, not stainless steel, and then weld the bracket in place using that little bit of aluminum, that little scrap of metal. I suppose it still could be done. I mean, any metal fabrication or any radiator shop could easily do it, of course, but as I mentioned, I'm not all that keen on the prospect of removing the radiator just yet, because that would entail the bike being out of commission for a few days. Well, I'm not all that keen on the idea. I mean, might as well think of something else. I mean, if another solution that would not entail taking down the radiator would be viable, then why not take that option, right? I suppose I'm just being nitpicky or being, I don't know what you call it, being difficult. I mean, taking down the radiator is not that big of a job if you think about it. Still, I'm a little fudgy, a little picky when it comes to taking down things from my bike. So I went ahead and took the option of making an external bracket, and here it is, attached to my z250sl, attached to the frame, and looks good. Took some doing though. I had to readjust the mounting part of the bracket. It was on the wrong side. I had to turn it around, and since I had already painted it, I had to repaint it a little and wait for the paint to dry before I could mount the bracket. So it took longer than I had expected. And then of course there was the issue of screwing the bracket in place, of securing it with a nut and a bolt. Had to use a couple of nuts instead of just one nut so that the bolt would fit. I had two bolts that I could use, a short one and a long one. Would have been great if I could use the short one. I mean, it would look better in that it won't stand out all that much as compared to a longer bolt, but short one just wouldn't do it, so I had to make do with the long one. So I had to use two nuts, one nut on one side and another nut on the other side. Yeah. And then of course there's the issue of tightening the nuts, tightening the nut, tightening the bolt. Given the small space, I had some difficulty doing that, but eventually I managed to do it without scratching the bracket or scratching the radiator. I had to be careful. I used a long nose plier and the wrench. I had to be careful with the long nose pliers so that I won't scratch up the bracket or scratch up the radiator. And it looks great, although a little bit on the strange side because there's only one bracket on one side, but I think it's enough to do the job of holding the radiator in place. But since I still had that other piece of stainless steel ruler, who knows, I just might get around to making another bracket so that symmetrically wise the radiator would look good, having two brackets, one bracket on one side and another one on the other side. One of these days I just might, but we'll see. As always, we'll see. All in all, I'm quite satisfied with the overall result. Hopefully it's enough. Only time will tell. Yeah. So that's it for now. Until next time, keep on riding on, baby.